happening? Welcome back to a new video. Today's gonna be just a Friday hangout chat with me. It's definitely a pajama day. I'm not even getting out of my pajamas. I'm gonna be cleaning, decluttering. I don't even care how I look right now. But I wanted to give you like a little life update. We're gonna do a Q&A as well. I'm gonna answer some of the questions that I didn't get to last Friday from that week when I asked y'all for questions, and also from Friday's video. And if you have any questions for next Friday's video, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or topics that you want to hear me talk about. Every Friday I'm going to do kind of like a day in the life chat. So yeah, past couple days have been wild, to say the least. I have had a really stressful couple days. I actually had like a shutdown moment yesterday. I just needed like a break from everything. My mind was in so many places. I couldn't even like focus on one even small specific thing. So I did nothing all day. I cleaned a little bit. That was pretty much it. But let me tell you, very in a vague way, kind of what happened and what's been going on. I'm not going to go into detail, just fair warning. I'm not going to do that. It's not going to happen. So please respect that. And I feel like sometimes sharing updates, like life updates on social media, can be a little tricky, because it's like you want to update and I want to tell you guys and I want to share my feelings and all that, but then at the same time you got to be really careful, because sometimes when you give a little, people want to take a lot. But I think it's okay to kind of like update as a parent, and like parent to parent kind of just chat about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's been a day, been a week, I should say. So Monday was a very stressful day. So actually Sunday, all weekend, let's go back in time. I had my nephews on Saturday, stayed the night, everything was great. Of course it was busier than usual. I was a little bit more tired than normal on Sunday, but Sunday was Super Bowl, so we went to my mom's. I took my nephews with us as well, and we had a great day. Took them home. By the time we got home, I was exhausted. Also, my mom was like starting to not feel great, but she was okay. We left, everything was fine. That night, got a call she was going to the hospital just to figure out what was going on. And I'm not gonna go into detail, but she ended up getting admitted to the hospital. So Monday morning, I woke up, took the kids to school. As soon as I dropped them off, I went straight to the hospital to be with my mom. Was up there with her for most of the morning, came home, and I am not really someone who takes naps. I just feel like, I don't know, I just can never fall asleep. And then if I do fall asleep, I end up waking up with a massive headache and I just feel like crap. So, but if I do take a nap, usually it's because I don't feel good. And I started to feel a little off myself. So when I got home, I was like, dang, you know, I just don't feel great. So I laid down and I ended up falling asleep. Like I said, I never take naps. I got woke up to my alarm going off that it was time to go pick up the kids from school. Thankfully I set an alarm, because I probably would have slept right through that, because that's how like bad I just felt. And I woke up and I just felt like so dizzy and my head was pounding. And I think it was a mixture of stress and dehydration. So I grabbed the kids from school. I started to feel a little bit better, just kind of moping around the rest of that afternoon. Normal evening. Dylan and actually my daughter and my husband were making dinner. They made tacos. I ate. So I'm eating in bed. Everything's normal. I decided to take a shower. So I'm in the shower, get out, kids are they're roughhousing, and they always do. So I'm like, y'all need to settle down. I grab the brush, go back in the bedroom to brush my hair, and I hear screaming. And I run out, just freak accident happened. My daughter ended up getting hurt. My husband and I were both freaked out, so we called 911 just to be safe. Ambulance came and all that, paramedics showed up, police showed up, like it was a whole thing. All the neighbors were outside, like it was crazy. And it's like it's insane. I've never had to make a 911 call. One other time when I got in my car accident, I had to call 911, but that conversation with the 911 operator is so slow. It felt like so slow. Like it just was, she asked me what her address was, and I answered in like the slowest way. And I don't even know why, but it just felt like my ears were ringing. I was freaking out, but trying to stay calm because I didn't want to scare the kids. My husband and I were both like, you know, working together. I feel like we did pretty well considering the circumstance. But anyway, we ended up going to the hospital. Dylan shows up afterwards, brings obviously the truck and clothes and things, because we were not even dressed to go. It was crazy, to say the least. Everything's okay though. I don't want you guys to worry. She's fine. She's healing today. And yesterday was all healing day. So she's gonna be home from school with me for the rest of the week. But freaking crazy. absolutely crazy. I don't want to share what happened just because of privacy reasons, obviously, and she's too little to even make that decision if she wanted me to share. As a parent, let me just tell you, prepare yourself for an emergency. Go over like what you would say. You just never think anything like that's gonna happen. And dude, my husband and I were like, so Dylan gets queasy with stuff. I do too, but only, I don't get queasy from looking at other people, more so my own blood. But when my kids are in pain, no, I'm done. Like I can't, like I was doing my best, but when we were at the ER, my husband and I were rotating. Like I would go down and then he would step up, and then he would start to go down and then I would step up. And it was just like this rotation. Thank goodness my son fell asleep when we first got there, because he was it was late, so he passed out. By the time they got in the room, we didn't leave the ER till like 1:30 in the morning. And all this happened Monday night. Not to mention, I had already spent most of my day at the hospital, was not feeling great. And I don't know if the adrenaline from everything just kind of like made me feel better, and I just wasn't even thinking about it anymore. But I felt okay until yesterday. It kind of started to hit me again that I was feeling a little off. Like I said, everything is okay. It was very freaky, but she's fine. She's fine, thank God. Oh my gosh. Like it could have been way worse. And the reason I'm sharing is because you got to prepare for stuff like that. Like I said, I never have made an 911 call based off of my children. And like Caden was crying, my husband was trying to, like we were both talking to each other, trying to communicate with the 911 operator. Dogs are like freaking out. Knox in particular, this boy over here, he was freaked out and he was running around, so I just immediately stuck him in my bedroom. Well, he doesn't like to be away from us, so then he starts barking. And it was just, you know how you have like those out-of-body experiences? That's kind of what it felt like. It was insane. Like I said, it wasn't like, I think it felt more dramatic to us because it's our child and we were freaked out, but dude, yeah, it was insane. Things are right. Tomorrow I actually have a field trip to go to with my son, which I can't back out of now because I've already agreed to be the chaperone for 4 of the children. And there's only so many parents that are able to go to you know, field trips and stuff, so I don't want to back out of that. So my husband ended up taking off work for tomorrow. So that's a little life update. Yeah, what a week. To say the least, but it's okay. We're gonna get back on track. I'm actually gonna be tackling the kids' rooms today. They are absolutely horrid. Ever since Christmas, we just were like, you shut the door. Out of sight, out of mind. The only thing I go in there for is to clean the sheets and change the bedding. That's it. That's the only time I really go in their room. I haven't really tried to clean up their rooms that often. Like mop and vacuum and stuff like that I do, but like deep clean and like declutter, have not done that in so long. So today's focus, while she's home and she's able to kind of like help walk me through it, I'm gonna have her behind the camera and we're gonna kind of do things together and tackle some decluttering. So that's the game plan for today, but I just wanted to kind of update you on life. And y'all will not believe what just happened. I'm sitting here at this chair that Zoe's now in, and I see this man walking up to my front door, and I realize it's the neighbor. And it's crazy because in this video, I was actually gonna update you guys on the neighbor situation, because I had a couple people that were like, it was pretty stupid to share the neighbor situation publicly. What if it makes matters worse? Like, how stupid, blah, blah, blah. I don't care if you think it's stupid. I feel like if you're gonna be that way, then I'm gonna talk about it. At least my side of things. Like, it's not like I'm lying. I'm telling my truth and my side of the story, so who cares? It's not like I shared any names or specific addresses or anything like that, so clearly nobody really knows who it is, because I do have multiple neighbors. But anyway, this man like actually walks up to my door and drops off a package that was mistakenly delivered to his house. Oh my gosh. And he like tosses it on the front porch. I was like, what is he doing? So of course, like me being nosy, I peek out the window to see like what package it is. And it looks like it's one of my sponsorship packages, so I'm thankful he brought it, because he could have just burned it, you know, ultimately. He could have just threw it in the trash. At least he was nice enough to bring it around. But yeah, oh well. What can you do? I need to get out there and clean the yard though, because boy, he's probably looking around like, these trashy people. Okay, I said I was gonna stay in pajamas, but I lied. I couldn't do it. I was feeling lazy. I honestly still am feeling a little lazy, but gotta get this done. I don't even know where to start, for real. Okay, we're gonna start with this side of the room. Hold on, where'd that tab go? I'm gonna fix, oh boy.
I know, I got so many ways.
I'm gonna fix this so it's at least straight. Oh, I can't even walk in here! Alright, we're gonna start with this little space. We're gonna declutter this so that way some of the stuff that's over there can fit. Actually, I want to get to the point where we can get rid of this. So everything that's here will need to go on your shelves over there instead. So we have less furniture, because I think you have just so much furniture going on. Okay. So
I want to show you the things I don't want to keep. And
you have to stay sitting down, but watch your leg, babe.
I know.
Okay. Okay. So
that whole bin.
Just toss it and just pretend we didn't see what's in it.
Let's go ahead and do that. Because there's probably some things that I want to keep in there.
I'm joking. You can't get rid of this. See, we're already starting.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so mad at this.
It's okay.
A lot of the things probably just like paper and junk.
Yeah, it's alright. We're going to go through it. We're going to sort through things.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Here, while you're sitting there, you can sort through this.
Okay, and I'll...
Okay.
Okay, so I go.
You're going to start with the first question. So she's going to start reading off the questions that I got. We'll start with the first one. Go ahead.
If you could do anything or be anything, what would you do or be?
So there's actually two things, or three things. If I could be anything in the world, I wanted to be. I would have multiple careers. One I feel like I've already achieved because I'm kind of like I decorate, I DIY, and I kind of teach you guys some things. I don't know. So I do have one of the jobs that I love. Second job, I would love to be a teacher, specifically elementary. I would say 1st or 2nd grade. An art teacher specifically, because I love art. What did I say so far? So I do what I do now. I'd love to be an art teacher.
And just a teacher?
Yeah, just like a teacher, and I'd love to be an artist. I love to paint. If I had more time, I'd love to paint more. Actually sell my artwork, but we're not there yet. We're in a busy season of life. It didn't break, thank goodness. All right, next question.
Do you ever plan to get another job?
I do, eventually, down the line. So, my biggest thing with getting another job, I feel like I'm only gonna get this opportunity once to do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I know social media is not forever, so while I have the opportunity to... What? Oh, cute. While I have the opportunity to have social media and to make a living off of it, I'm going to embrace that and enjoy it so much while I can. When the time comes that I need to get a job financially, I absolutely will. I have no problem working. I actually enjoy it. I love work. I would consider myself a workaholic because I do work a lot.
That can go in the trash.
This can go in the trash?
Yeah.
Girl, don't tell me twice.
Okay. Best and worst DIY project, and how is the countertop holding up?
Okay, best and worst project?
Yes, DIY project.
What do you think is my worst project I've ever done?
The worst project you've ever done. I'm gonna go for the table, that table in there, because listen, because a lot of times they'll do the color that you don't want, and then you'll go start another project, and then you'll just hate on that. You'll just hate on that table forever.
Shut your mouth
until you want to do it again.
True. She's right. You're right though. The table makeover.
Yes.
The kitchen table makeover.
Yes, that one, because you'll don't like it.
It's never right.
Yes.
It never looks good.
You don't like it, and then you'll go start another project, and then for like 5 months, you'll just stare at it and hate it until you want to do it again.
She ain't mine. Okay. Okay. Good one. Okay. Next question.
Oh, and how is the countertop holding up?
Oh, the countertop is actually really well. I think it's holding up great. I mean, it's not like super smooth finish like the rest of the countertops because it's so many layers of paint, so it does have like a lumpy texture, but it's not staining, it's not scratched. How do you think the countertop looks?
How do I think the countertop looks?
Yeah, in our kitchen island countertop.
Oh, yeah, I think it looks really, really cute. My only problem is I feel like the edges are kind of like drippy and under it.
Well, you can't see those parts.
I know, but like,
because you know what's there. You don't like it.
I know what's there.
She's talking about the bottom of the countertop, because when I poured the epoxy, some of the drips were showing.
And some of the drips are still like on the corners.
Yeah, but you can't see it unless you get under it and look. But they're kids, so they're low to the ground. So your necklaces. You didn't even. Girl!
I barely opened any of those.
How are you gonna talk about me and my unorganized self? I'm just kidding.
When are you going to stop calling the new space the building?
Whenever I'm just kidding. I was gonna say whenever I want, but I'm not gonna be rude. No, what in the heavens?
They're Orbeez. I wanted to make big ones by myself.
Yeah, they only get so big, my dear.
Oh, man.
Yep. We have a crafter. So the building. The only reason why I call it the building is because it is a steel.
Building.
It's a steel building.
Yeah.
And I think whenever like we got it installed, like it was the steel building that we had that we converted into like an at-home office / family space. So of course, it just kind of stuck calling it the building. But I do think I'm now trying to convert myself to saying like the family room or the family space or my office instead of constantly calling it the building, because it doesn't really make sense. After all, it's almost complete and it looks incredible, you guys. I can't wait to show you. It looks so good. Okay, let me tackle some of this and then we'll jump back into some more questions.
Oh, my little Pokemon bed.
I did. It's okay. So much to do. Oh, there's some more. Oh, there's a fun stuff in here.
Ow. How to go through that probably. Because that stuff has a bunch of stuff I threw in there, and honestly, I don't even know why.
Here is your knob to your
Door.
Yep. So your shoes are gonna each have their own shelf.
It's wiggly though.
I'll figure it out. It just needs a board on the back. I don't know why.
Are you going to declutter my closet today too?
I'm gonna do my best to get as much done as we can, but I don't know what all we're gonna be able to complete. We're just gonna work until we run out of time. Oh, I'm surprised you don't actually have this plugged in.
What the?
We need to fix this.
Yeah.
Your lights. Because it is super cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Me too. Oh, jeez. Oh.
I know. It'll just change colors.
Alright, what's our next question?
The only...
Oh, that's okay. What were you going to say?
I said the only thing that we're... Okay. So I want this bed on this wall. That bed on that wall.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to get to this today, but this is like a project you can do for your videos. Rip this out and put my TV stand there. On that wall. And then I want you to paint this wall pink.
Okay.
White, like bright white walls.
Well, okay. Isn't that what you have currently? White?
Huh? To me, it looks like some like dirty white. It looks like a dirty white.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. At one point, you were redoing furniture to resale. Why did you stop?
Why did I stop redoing furniture to resale? Well, my friends, it is because we do not have a great market for that here where we live. Because I would redo furniture and things and then try to list it for sale, and then you would basically get a bunch of people who would say that they're going to show up and then they never showed up, or try to lowball you. And the amount of time and effort that goes into flipping furniture to resell, it's to me, it just wasn't worth the amount of time and effort of going out, finding things, redoing it, trying to list it for sale, and then dealing with the people, like I said, that are just like, someone would message me and say, is this still available? I would respond with yes. Are you still interested? Nothing. So then I didn't really know if anyone was actually interested or if the price was too high. that's just a whole ball game. Eventually, one day, I was telling my husband this, I would love to open like a store. Kind of like a thrift store, but more of like a, it's hard to explain, kind of like a furniture store with flipped furniture and have it styled the way I would style it, like different ways with different styles as well. So for instance, have like a mid-century modern area, have a modern area, maybe farmhouse, more like a contemporary style, like have different sections of the actual store would be really cool. But once again, it goes back to time and effort, making sure that you actually earn enough money to keep the store open. It's a lot. Let's go again. Okay, so that was my answer. Basically just time, energy, effort, money. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
What is this? This is donation.
Have you ever thought about building a second floor to your current house? I'm so excited for this.
You're excited about this answer?
Yes.
So, I'm not 100% sure, but the neighbors down the street, you know, the 2-story house?
Yeah.
I think they did that. I think that they extended their existing house. And to me, it's a large house on a very small lot. Like, it just looks awkward because it's like, you know what I'm talking about? It's so tall. I feel like it would be a waste of money considering that we want land. Like, I want to have room to breathe. And as much as I think it would be really awesome to add additional space to this house, I just don't think it's worth it long term, especially for our area. Originally when we were going to sell this house, we talked about moving. You can only get so much for your house based on the area surrounding you, like what other homes are worth. Oh, cool. So, in my opinion, it'd be really awesome, but not really worth the money. So that's my answer for everyone who's curious.
If we ever decide to build a new home, will we share the process?
Of course. Why wouldn't we? I mean, if I'm still on social media and we get to that point of one day, I would totally share the whole process.
I feel bad throwing this away, but it's broken.
Zoe! What are you doing?
What in the world?
I was like, what is under there? What are you doing?
She's trying to make
She can't get on the bed. There's nowhere for me to be. Oh my God, Wayne. Oh my. I can't even get on the bed because there's so many things. Oh. You gotta be careful. Come out here. Go out here.
This is
Go.
a headband.
She said absolutely not.
Okay. Lots of questions on the shock fence. Can you explain it a little more?
Okay, so the shock fence, all it is, we went to Harbor Freight is where I went for that. And I just bought all the pieces needed to create it. It's basically for rabbits and chickens is what it says. So it doesn't shock you too bad. We've all been shocked by it a couple times.
I haven't.
You haven't been shocked by it? Oh, me and Kaden got by it all the time. But it is just enough to kind of like warn them not to touch the fence. So they don't bark at the fence anymore, thank goodness. It just kind of helps eliminate some of that issues.
All this stuff can go. I've gone through it. There's nothing.
Wash your legs, please. I know, I just don't want you to forget. That's the only reason I'm saying it.
I
love you a lot.
I won't forget. I can feel it. I won't forget.
Okay.
Okay, last question. How do you start decorating a space and what is your style?
One step at a time.
Oh, you hear some growling.
I know.
No, he got my head.
It's a modern, contemporary, earthy tone style. I honestly have no idea. I tried to put into words my style in Wednesday's video. If you want to check that out, it's like midway through the video. I talk a little bit more about my style. I'll probably just like leave it on the screen here so you can look it up. I looked on Pinterest at a couple different options and I feel like anything very earth toned. I love neutrals. My favorite colors are like green. I love browns. I definitely don't like a whole lot of color. It's okay, I gave you all my colors. I love all the colors.
I love all
so all the color I don't like, she loves it. So I love antiques, but I also love more modern. I like a minimalist look. I don't like to have a whole lot of clutter. Right? I don't.
But what about in your closet? What's all that clothes in there?
I went through my clothes. I did.
Then what's all the squeezed together clothes?
That's all, well, because my closet's small. Oh, we have so much to do. I think that was like a majority of the questions. Was that all the questions?
Yeah.
That I wrote down? I think so. So if you have any other ones, leave them down below. We'll do this again next Friday. As far as the Q&A, I gotta finish up this room.
And then in another video next week, you can join it together with this video and another video. And all you can do is go
Boom.
together.
So we'll do like a declutter video.
Little room, and then you can do like a house reset video. Put it together. So
I love your ideas.
So I can have one video for me and you and you and Kaden.
Okay.
So
Alright, the camera died. I had to go get a new battery. Real quick, just an update on where we are. I'm gonna clean off all these shelves, get those like decluttered, and then the stuff that's kind of like little knickknacks, we're gonna try to put those over here instead of having them on all the other furniture. So that's the game plan. So we just have like one area with all your knickknacks, so your books and things. So that's where we are. This is cute.
I made that.
I know. You're really good at drawing. I love it. And the Hello Kitty. When did you do that at school?
Remember when me and Kaden were trying to do the drawing and then you got upset?
Oh, yeah. That's it.
That's when I was drawing.
Brother things.
No, you can't come in here. I'm drawing.
Mom, I can
Bob, you're fine right there. You're fine. You can sit right here. I don't like you being out here by myself.
Oh my.
Oh, him kawaii. Yeah, there's gotta be room for me. There's gotta be room up there. Mom said no, you can't. Don't tell me no. Stop.
Baby.
He really is. I won't take no for an answer. Stop it.
I'm leaving.
You're she's leaving me. She's done.
So, what I was thinking is, she can get rid of the things that she thinks that I won't play with anymore, because then I don't know what she's getting rid of. So it would be better. So like I don't know that there's stuff in here, because if I go look at
You have so much stuff you don't even know what you have.
Exactly. So if I go
Exactly.
look at a bin and then I find all the things that I love and I want to keep forever.
I don't want to get rid of things you love though. So you don't want to just kind of stay in here and supervise?
I don't want to do anything. Sure. Here, you clean off this bed.
And then you lay in that bed and you just
Yes.
kind of watch. And I can
Yes.
ask you. I think that's better.
Yes.
Because I don't.
want to do anything. My leg's hurting. I'm ready to lay down.
Okay.
I always have memories of pictures, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, you know what I mean? The eyeballs like.
Okay, we can give it to Knox.
Knox, she said you can have Gidget.
I heard her name. I know her name. I was wondering you remember.
Maybe it's a good idea if you do leave the room. Well, oh my gosh, oh ow. We are taking a break. Gonna regroup,
Get a little snack.
get a little snack, get some lunch maybe. And then I'm gonna knock this room out. I'll probably film it as like a declutter with me in an upcoming video, possibly. I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe
We'll
my
see.
idea.
Huh?
Maybe mine.
Maybe we'll do your idea, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out, watching this chatty vlog. I hope you enjoyed answering the questions. Be careful. I'm not.
She's been so scared.
Because I worry about you. I don't want you to
know.
hurt
Okay,
yourself.
Mommy.
Okay.
Okay, I want to leave at the end.
Okay.
I like to.
So she's trying to do like voice, like
Yes.
she's trying to ask if she can say bye.
I was like.
But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.